Hello, welcome back to Into the Breach. I'm on this page because I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet today. Hope you're doing well, I'm doing fine. This is the day of recording. Pushing the video slot back to 8:30 has really given me a lot more time to not miss these videos. Like, if I don't have something recorded ahead of time, I still have plenty of time. It's kind of nice. So I've been thinking, what did someone wanted to say? Oh, someone said they were looking forward to seeing Mist Eaters. Maybe I'll start with them when we're through the 2s and 3s. So there's only 2 more to do now that I'm looking at it, Frozen Titans and Hazardous Mechs. I'm done to do Frozen Titans, but I actually want to change the pilots a little bit. I was thinking it would be cool, because you saw in the last one we had that problem where I just created that wall of ice, if you remember. I think it would be interesting to play a hero that is not all that often picked. I want to start with Henry. Mechs can move through enemy units, or his mech can move through enemy units. I want to try something different here. I feel like we use the same stuff all the time. Let's branch out a little bit, shall we? I'm going to play Henry in the Frozen Titans today. Let's do it. Yeah, my thought is that I feel like a lot of times the ice, it's good, but it's also a bit of a nuisance. So, let's play Henry. I think that Mafan is, like, definitively the best option, but you know, we can do something different. Why not? Maybe it'll be cool. Maybe it'll be fun. So let's take a little look around, shall we? We have... This actually doesn't look too bad. RST. Spider Leader's pretty rough for us, though. Scion Leader isn't bad. The Scion's pretty weak, but that's 3 hard-to-fight enemies. Regen is okay. Janus Cannon does 1. This does 2. So an island with 2 enemies that have 2 HP is not terrible. We can freeze the bad ones on Detritus, and the leader is good. It's a crab. I think Detritus is the play. I like to start on not Old Earth because there's good missions on all of the other 3 as well. That plays a little bit into it. Old Earth has to be a really good looking start for me to want to go there. So we want to go... Ideally, we're going to go on this path where we go Containment Zone and then all of the 2 stars. Because one of these 2 stars is probably the disposal unit. And that's what I want to find. And theoretically, a 2-star mission is better than a 2-star mission and power, because I don't care about grid defense very much. Okay, let's take a second here. I'm going to do the baseline positioning and then we'll build out. So... realistically, I think these scarabs are not going to be that big of a threat. There's most likely going to be 2 attacks on this building from fireflies, and the plan is to have one of the attacks be stopped by the ice mech, and then we'll push the other one probably. I think something like this is good. You know what, actually? I'm gonna go here. It's like, it's here... No, I'm gonna stay on this line. So here's the thought. I want a firefly... Oh no, okay. I'm gonna go here. I want a firefly to attack... I think a firefly is going to attack on B3. And so if I position here... No, I guess this doesn't make a difference. I was gonna say you could maybe bait the scarab into coming to hit you here, but I don't think that's going to happen. Let's do it like this then, because there's a small chance that there's an enemy on C3 and the scarab will attack my ice mech. Yeah, all of that thinking was pretty meaningless. And this is the one where they just spit enemies at you non-stop. I don't like this map very much. So, as this team tends to, we are going to have a lot of trouble actually fighting these enemies. Worse now because without Mafan, I'm only going to get to use every other attack with the ice mech. Unfortunately. Now, I could have stopped 2 here by going this tile freeze. Because it's... Oh, it only has 3 actually, so no, I couldn't have. Never mind. So how much damage do I have to take here? I think I have to take 2. Is what I'm seeing. However you want to go about it, I think it's best to spit spin here. I think that this is a forced 2 damage beginning. You could also not do the Hornet. Or rather, you could kill the Hornet, but I'd rather leave the Hornet alive at 1 HP. I'm immediately reminded of why we always take Mafan or Bethany in the Ice Mech. If this is a horrible fight, like if I just die immediately, we'll just start over and we'll go to Mafan or Bethany. I just wanted to try something a little different here, because in theory here, our brother in the Ice Mech is going to be able to block attacks for us, which is good. In actuality, he's just going to get frozen sometimes, which is not so good. I think you're pretty hard pressed to see a way to push and make them hit each other. But we can tank this shot, and that seems okay with me. And we can take this and tank the Firefly. And we can pull up and kill the Scarab, and it's okay. The Hornet, like this, you know? The Hornet, sometimes your Ice Mech is just gonna tank a hit for you. It's a little weird, but like, that's not normally how it's gonna go. But what it should happen is it should be able to freeze one enemy and then block the attack of another. But that's actually not that common of an outcome. Because how often are enemies gonna be, like, on the same line attacking you, you know? I would wager the answer is not all that often, actually. And sadly, you can't do adjacent attacks. Tragically. The Mirror Mech has had so much trouble in this fight. Like, it's so close to being good if these two are swapped in their positions. You get a nice double kill here, but alas. I guess it's like, go here. No, wait. I have to kill this Firefly, and I have to freeze this. So I think I'm just forced to take one here, sadly. That's what I see anyway. I see here, freeze the Firefly, or freeze the Hornet. What? What the fuck am I doing? I don't know. No questions at this time, please. What on earth was that? I don't know why I thought I had to do that. I was like, yeah, you gotta go over there. No. That's what I was supposed to do. I don't know. I was like, I guess in my mind I swapped the Aegis Mech and the Mirror Mech on their turn. Huh. Anyway, we're gonna walk out of this, it looks like, taking 3 damage. Although we only have 2 players here to attack with, so... Okay, this turn was kind of RNG. It's possible, I mean, if I lose the bonus objective here, we just reset, for sure. That's not much of a question. But we don't, so it's okay. Definitely feeling the burn here, though. I think the killer for Ice Mech is that it's really hard to actually use the Mirror Mech to free it. I expected it to be more, like, plausible, but it really isn't. It's okay, this team's first island is rough. We're gonna need to high roll a little bit to get out of first island, because I'm playing with a slightly worse start than if I had Mafan. And that's okay. Tetradus contraption saved me. Now, breaking out of the ice can be useful for me. I'm gonna put Henry like this. Yeah, I don't want to be a doomsayer here, but my feelings are not great. I can shield to dodge the ice, but I have to break their shields then. It's kind of tough. I'm in a position like this, actually. I'm in a position so that there's a chance that the Hornet just walks up to me here. I don't know. It doesn't look great no matter how you spin this one, I feel. iPod's nice, and it's not in a bad position. I'm excited to see how that becomes the worst time pod of my life. Because they often seem to. This was almost a free turn. So I would like to freeze this Scarab. First question here, am I using the missiles or am I using the shields? That's the first thing you have to come out with here. Neither of them really do anything for me. That's the problem. I want to freeze the scarab, spin this guy. Oh, you know what? No, I want to push this guy. Oh, I can't freeze the scarab though. Oh, I don't like that, do you? I mean, sorry, do you see what I mean? Also, I can't push this guy because of the building. Yeah. Okay, well, I don't like this as much then. Where can the Janus cannon fire? Where am I allowed to shoot with this thing? Oh, like actually nowhere. Huh. Wow, this mech is awful. The more that I played this team, the more that I feel like this is maybe just the worst thing. What do I do with this? How do I stop both of these attacks? I have to... I'd have to freeze the Hornet, the Alpha Hornet, and then spin the Scarab. Freeze this, spin the Scarab. What do you do? Nothing. I'm taking one. Am I doing the damage or am I doing the shield? I think I'm gonna do the damage. And then next turn we can get a lot of value. Maybe. And I'm shooting first. We're gonna go here and freeze. Shooting first so I don't break the Hornet out of the ice immediately. You can step forward. You're over here, Henry. Spin that. Shoot. The Firefly breaks my mech out of the ice, and we only take one on that turn. Great news. Pray that this time pod has a weapon for the mirror mech. That's all I can hope for here. Gotta just like go, just get here. Come on. Okay, it's fine. Pull up. Shoot this. Move here. Stop 2 with that shot. And then I would like to pick up the time pod. Oh no, I wouldn't. Oh, I see. That's okay. I was gonna say I could make it to here maybe, but and block off the attack, but no. That's okay. Now with the attack cancel, I could just shoot the missiles, but I do not really want to put my units to 1 HP here. I will just shield up. Now I will not break the 2 that are frozen in ice out of ice. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Kill. Just tried to click and drag them. I'm playing a lot of They Are Billions on stream. I absolutely just tried to click and drag to box select my units there. Okay, now what do I want to do? Do I want to repair first? I guess it wouldn't make a difference, would it? I think so. Take the shots, get a nice little double kill. No more enemies declare a spawn. We'll get out of this only taking 1. That's pretty fine. Overall, it's the enemies, I think. They tend to spawn on the first island, nothing too difficult to fight. Is my experience so far. Like, typically if I go 1 for 1 with 2 of my mechs, I'm coming out of this pretty okay. And that's nice, at least. And we haven't failed any bonus objectives, so there's some hope for the team. Picked up the time pod. Hopefully it has a good weapon. I feel like I haven't had anything in the time pods lately. Oh, well, it's Lily. She's okay. She goes in the mirror mech for sure, and that's fine. She's like a very C tier hero, I think. Defend the train, defend the, disposal unit, okay. Yeah, so I said this wasn't gonna be all that good, but if it's disposal unit, I mean... Hey, I don't mind. Oh, that is horrific. That's okay, we can do disposal unit. 2, 3, there are 7 enemies on the screen to begin with. So I want to try to get them to stay as clumped as I can for a nice little Omega kill. Let's set Lily on the left. Something like this, because Lily can then get off into the edges here and take a nice shot to maybe reposition someone. Wow, they just double attacked her. That could also happen, I suppose. Well, first things first, we can kill 3 with the disposal unit. Could also just level a building to kill 3, but I think that killing 2 Alpha Fireflies is going to be a worthy play. Does Lily get invulnerable? That's terrible. That is awful. I absolutely hate to see that. Okay, I mean, that's fine. I'm gonna end up in the acid with Henry anyway. And I guess the Ice Mech isn't gonna do a turn here. I'm just gonna pass because, yeah, that's not worth it. I don't think freezing a building and hoping it's useful is very good here. Regen is a little wicked. But we'll see what we can do here. Fine, fine, fine. Okay, all good. Can you freeze the dispersal unit and then have it not attack? Hold on, I have to see if this actually works like this. It does, okay. It just came to me. Could I ever freeze this? And the answer is no, because then it has to be broken out to you basically lose the turn with it. Which is interesting. Good to know. Okay, so I mean, first and foremost, I'm sending a dispersal on the mountains on this turn, because everything else is pretty dire. Second of all, I'm down to just go block this spawn and kill the Scion here. That seems good to me. Get him off the field. And then lastly, we will kill you. Yeah, definitely kill the Scarab. And I say maybe I freeze the building, but like, for what purpose? Something that actually looks really good to me here that I haven't thought about too much is giving the Ice Mech +1 move. More mobility would mean that it could maybe get into position to block a spawn or something of that nature more efficiently. Worth a thought, at least. There you go, Henry. Adrenaline? Hey, that's really good for Henry. Henry with the adrenaline? Oh yeah. Alright, this should be a nice cleanup. We end up taking 0 as well. This is why we're trying to hunt these missions down, too. Dispersal unit saves my life for sure. It gives me a nice easy mission in the middle of a nightmare island. You do have to keep the dispersal unit alive, so I can't just blow it up for fun here. Sadly. What a shame. Use the dispersal unit to spread the XP, although I don't know if that's all that worth it. Regardless. That's a good fight. Yeah, and we get 2 power back for that. It's a big swing back in my favor. I was definitely not feeling very confident, but huge swing of power back to me. Tell me how you feel about this, by the way. I just had a thought. I think it might be more interesting for me to start with fresh pilots every time. I've always kind of felt not great about starting with a capped out pilot. I think it's more interesting to start with a fresh pilot and like it'll also incentivize me to jump between pilots a little more. Let me know what you think of that. This is an acceptable train mission. We have the Ice Mech, which does a lot of great things for you on the train mission. Like, if you don't know about this guy actually fucks up the train mission for you. Because you can freeze the train and then it doesn't move. Which is very good. And then general plan here is Henry goes in the tight angle because he can walk through the enemies, and Lily goes off to the side where she can get off, like run off very far. Wait. Well, I'm taking a lot of damage here to save the train, almost certainly. Because unfortunately the train will just kill itself here if I don't do something. The train has no qualms about just dying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can like... It's actually not so bad. I only have to take... So Henry goes here. Kills the Hornet. That lets Lily go over here where Henry was to kill the Firefly. No, this is also a Hornet. I always call them Fireflies because they're flying and they look like flies. Firefly, you see? Anyway, to finish it up, we will freeze the Alpha Scarab, and that'll be it. A lot of times I think to myself that this should restrict movement for the enemies, but it does not. Not a big deal. I don't really care either way. I'm just always wrong. I always think about it incorrectly. Still thinking back to that early comment I got about train missions being the easiest missions in this game. I don't know if that'll ever leave me. NPC actions. Okay. Well, unfortunately for us, it looks like our train mission dreams are coming to a close. If it didn't look like this, by the way, if they didn't double stand on the tracks, this would be a no problem. But unfortunately, it looks like my train is going to get hit. Right, I don't see any way out of this particularly. Because the problem is if you freeze the train, it's still going to get hit. And then when it, even if I could, so I could kill one, and then freeze the train. When the other one swings, it will unfreeze the train and then the train will run it over. That's the problem here. So, in order to beat this turn, I would need to be able to demolish this mountain, or... no, not really. Like, I need to get Lily to E5, and then she can take the double kill. But, sadly, that turn doesn't exist. So, the train mission is lost, it appears. And we do what we can. Which is sadly not very much. Lily's gonna be kind of out of the game here too on this turn. Like, she's not really good. She can enable or deal with whatever comes out of this tile, I guess, on C3, but very sad. I gambled on the train mission, I lost. If it goes a little differently there, like if the... I think that this is unwinnable, by the way. You can't save this train. No amount of thinking about it saves this train. What you need to see to have this not be disastrous is... oh, wow. Okay, well, I have to take the one. You need them to not both go on the tracks, and then it's savable. That's all. Oh well. No perfect island. Perfect islands are, like, for me, honestly, if this were not 20 minutes into a video, this would be a reset. But I'm gonna play it through. I think it's more interesting, I guess. And also, I just don't feel like basically wasting the run. Losing the train is a loss, though. Like, it is extremely bad. Now I have one less chance to high roll a victory. Crab. I don't know what his attack range is. I think he can hit anywhere on the line. I guess I'm just gonna have Henry go bully him. Something like this. Goal here will be freeze this Alpha Hornet, or Alpha Firefly rather, when it inevitably does something obnoxious to me. Well, at least they lined up nicely for it. Gets the leader out of the way. I actually think Henry will just die if I pull up here, right? Yeah. So I'm just gonna let this scare, or I'm gonna let the Firefly take that shot and get the damage off. Oh wait, no I'm not. Here it is. You go here, and then you freeze. and that'll block all damage. I don't know if it's really worth it though, is the interesting thing, but it does sort of corral these two units into this area, so they can't make any plays. Yeah, all they can do is attack on these two lines, which we can absolutely deal with. Probably deal with, I should say, I suppose. Because it's looking like... I've been in this position before, by the way, where this Scarab just does this shit. Scarab really is that bitch. Just put themselves in this corner and go, yeah? And what you gonna do about it, bitch? And I go, well, I guess nothing. I'm gonna be sad about it. That's what I'm gonna do. Let me not rush it here. Because there may be a way that lets you stop this. Is there a way that lets you stop this without taking damage, though? That's the real question. Or, I guess more accurately, is there a way to stop this without killing Henry? I can take 0 here. Henry just has to tank this 3 damage. And it comes down to here. I'm gonna reset just to be sure, because I don't see myself. Once this turn is over, this combat is over pretty much. I mean, when you get right down to it, this mirror mech has only one play. I wanted to double check it, make sure I didn't see anything interesting there. There's nothing. Okay, it's okay to take 1. It's not the end of the world. I would just prefer to take 0, truly, because who wouldn't? But I don't think that there's a way. I think you have to tank a hit, which is like a shame. Kill the leader. I'm gonna kill the Scarab. It's better to kill the Scarab and get the XP, I think. Just end turn. Hang on. There's one other idea I didn't think about. Oh, I can do it. Hey, there it is. I thought about it again. I went, wait a minute. There is something here, isn't there? Yeah, there is. It's, oh, it's no different, actually. You still take 1. Yeah. It was worth looking at, I suppose. I should have at least seen this and talked about it. Okay, let me do this one more time. Someone told me that there's a key binding you can do to just use the last command. Anyway, I'm a little bit scattered here. But now I can actually talk about what these two lines look like now that I've thought about it enough. So you have this attack here, right? This leaves you with the... Well, actually, yeah, no. This attack here leaves you with the Scarab at 1, the other Scarab at 0, Firefly Leader at 4, Boss dead. And our Ice Mech is frozen in the corner. The play that I followed with is, you know, Henry doesn't get to go there. It would be like, kill the Scarab, moves you to here. I take 1 again, but in this line, the Hornet's down HP, or the Firefly's down HP. The Hornet? Now I'm just swapping them for no reason. Okay, I think that this is... I'm not gonna talk about that any further. No questions at this time, thank you. I will not be answering any follow-ups, no. Yeah, I think that this is the best play. You take 1 either way, but in this one you're 1 damage higher on the Firefly. It's interesting because I look through all of that, and I follow all these lines just to find the play that makes 1 more damage happen to the Firefly. And it's like, is it really worth it? Yeah, sure, why not? It didn't take long to find that. It's worth it to look at every line, for sure. This is a good map for us at least, because a lot of these enemies are trapped in the corner and can't really do anything meaningful to me. Like this. What are these fireflies reasonably going to attack at this point? I don't mind stacking these, by the way, because the fireflies are then trapped without many meaningful attacks. Yeah, these two are going to duel to the death. I guess Lily takes home a kill here. Let's go spin. The ability to move through enemies has been extremely nice as well. I am pleasantly surprised. For a second I thought to myself, oh wait, isn't the firefly in the corner going to shoot a building here? Wrong for a number of reasons. A, it dies. B, the building it would hit is already dead. But nonetheless, it's better to have that thought, I guess, and be thinking about it than it is to not have it and then go, oh wait, I just took 4 for no reason. Missed it by 1 train mission. Tragic. Grid Charger is okay, but I've only really seen success with Grid Charger on Ty Miller. Because then it does 2. Because how often are you really getting 1? But the ability to heal is so strong that I can probably set up for it, because this weapon only costs 1 core. I'm down. And then I'm actually going to sell the pilot, my extra pilot, for the 2 grid power. And I'm going to put this on Lily. Here's a Grid Charger for you. And then I'd like +1 damage on the shield next. Okay, it's not too bad. I think that the problem I face with Grid Charger is that Grid Charger is not a good replacement weapon for the Janus cannon. What about maybe putting Grid Charger here? Yeah, I'm actually going to put Grid Charger here. I'm going to put Grid Charger on the Aegis mech on Henry. I think it's a little bit better. And yeah, we'll try to greed some kills. Probably going to go to... well, probably not RST, actually. Oh, we can go to fight the spiders or the tumblebugs. They both give grid when you kill their... I mean, the rock maybe not, but I know the spiderlings do. Anyway, thank you for watching. We made it. Not too bad. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.